Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the recording for skills at the rate 100 where for 100 days we are bringing for you 100 different speakers from all over the country. The speaker is CA Rahul Rungta and we have learned about Google Chrome extensions which we can use in our daily life and do a lot of tasks. More of him in the link in the description of this video. Also, this video is sponsored by Soulful Success Academy by Komal Potra, who is a passionate life and mindset coach. She has trained over 500 plus professionals and individuals who help achieve their full potential. More of them in the link in the description. So now, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, first of all, for the participants who have joined in this late evening. And we are here today for a very special session on Google Chrome extensions and using intranet. So it is a very underutilized thing. I will say that many of us do not even know what is a Google Chrome extension, and there are hundreds and thousands of extensions which may be useful to us in our day-to-day task. So we have a very special and expert, I would again say exceptionally expert speaker, Rahul Rungta ji from Calcutta. Amongst his other achievements, one of the biggest is that he's the current president of VIP Road Chartered Accountant Association, the largest CA association of Eastern India. Also, he has been a great expert since 2016. He has been empowering the students on digital marketing and related areas. Over 4,000 plus students he has already empowered, and he's a digital marketing expert. Plus, his collaborations with IIM and Lions Club, etc., etc., have there are many such achievements. So, Rahulji, thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and we are very excited for today's session. Over to you.
Thank you, Lokesh bhai. I'm very grateful to you for inviting me on this platform. I'm absolutely amazed to see 40 people who have joined today's session. This is very, very exciting and gives me a lot of goosebumps to see that people and that to people from all age groups who have joined today. Uh, you know, so as you are aware, we are having a little bit of a fight with our friends as of now, right? Friends in the Western Hemisphere. But but the uh, awareness of our society that we have to learn, we have to constantly improve ourselves is something that has always served us well. And today is one such day which again reimposes my faith in the society that yes, we are going to do well. I'm also happy to see Vivek Agarwal ji to be present here. Vivek, my very good friend, welcome to the platform. And Lokesh, hats off to you for taking such an initiative and for creating such a wonderful platform outside the general platforms that we generally have of the study circles and the regional councils and the branches that we are taking this initiative. This is wonderful. Um, Thoda bahut, I just heard someone requesting that we should also have one session on Google Sheets. So I incidentally did take a session on Google Sheets at the institute probably around 2 weeks, couple of weeks back. So yes, Google Sheets, and not just Google Sheets, the entire Google Workspace that is available for us is actually a very uh, good environment for us to automate our activities and something that makes our life will make our life easier. I have been using the Google environment for a long time now, and it's not just me personally, but we have been able to implement it in my company across the board. So much so that I am, as of now, for example, I am device agnostic. So if you take away my laptop, I there is no loss for me, right? I can simply go on to another laptop, sign into my account, and all my files are accessible to me, right? So there is never a scenario in my office where someone says कि सर आज तो ऑफिस से निकल गए कल सुबह आके आपको फाइल देते हैं, right? Because the file is always on the cloud, it is always accessible, and you can share it with the clients anytime you wish to. So, and not just that, automation, of course, is very important. The Google entire ecosystems helps us to uh, do things smoothly. I'll touch on bits and bobs of everything. I will probably show you a little bit of automation that you can do, scripting through Google Apps as well, since that was a demand of of one of the participants. The point is that now with AI, you are not dependent on anyone to train you on all of these things. You can do it yourself. right? So yeah, with that, I'll start my session. Before I start my session, a couple of things which I wanted to share with you guys. Um, how many of us believe that AI will make CAs irrelevant in the next 20 years? Or let's not single out AI. Technology will make CAs irrelevant in the next 20 years. Can I have a raise of show of hands? Definitely not. Okay. Vivek thinks that it will make us irrelevant, right? Sorry, Vivek, you're not able to unmute and hence you can't respond. But so none of us feel that AI will make us irrelevant or technology will make us irrelevant, right? We'll become more resourceful. Absolutely, Vaibhavji. So I'll share a small anecdote. So at the turn of the century, which is 25 years back, literally the timeline that I just gave you an example of, Tejaswini ji is correct. If we don't learn, of course, we'll become irrelevant. Absolutely correct. I think all the answers in the chat is very, very relevant. So at the turn of the century, I was in class 10. And somehow or the other, since my childhood, I had this thing that I wanted to become a chartered accountant. So all in my nearby family knew that I wanted to do chartered accountancy. Now around 2020, now around 2001, 2002, sorry, 2001, 2002, uh, accounting software had become very prevalent. Back in the 90s, all the bookkeeping was. Acha, by the way, should I stick to English? Do you want me to speak in Hindi, Bengali, any other language?
No, sir, not Bengali. At least English Hindi mix will do. Sir.
Okay, fine. Uh, so उसके पहले हाथ से बही खाता लिखते थे हम लोग, right? So at the turn of the century, around 2001, 2002, people used to tell me, boss, अब तो Tally आ गया है, Easy आ गया है. There were a couple of other software I've completely forgotten the name of. पर अब तो ये सब आ गया, तो who will hire chartered accountants in future? Right? This was, and a lot of people used to tell me all of this thing, and people who were not my age, but who were far senior to me. But my simple question is, 25 years down the line, are we less relevant or more relevant? Of course, we are more relevant, right? The role of a chartered accountant back in 2000 was in the industry versus the role of the chartered accountant in today's environment has improved drastically. We are now more important for an industry, right? So from bookkeepers, but the outlook has changed. So from bookkeepers, now we are compliance managers, right? Compliance is also something which will be taken care of by technology. We will become something else. We'll become consultants. Will become enablers, right? Enablers of change, enablers of growth. So the point is that technology will definitely not make us irrelevant. But yes, the gambit will change, the playground will change, the services that we offer to our clients will change. I'm not sure how relevant filing of monthly return will be for us 20 years down the line. But yes, if we are keeping ourselves updated, we will definitely become enablers of change. That's one thing. Am I right in assuming, Lokesh, that most of us are chartered accountants or all of us are chartered accountants?
Most, not all.
Not all. Okay. Sorry, so I gave a CA example, but I hope you are able to relate to it. That's one thing. Secondly, um, you know, in the late 18th century and early 19th century, when there was an industrial revolution taking place in uh, Europe, especially in UK, there was a profession called knockers, right? There was a profession called knockers, and people used to pay handsomely to them, right? Why? Because at that time, industrial revolution, factories started their work at 5 a.m. Before that, people were not used to waking up at 5 a.m. or even earlier. If I need to be at my factory by 5 a.m., I of course need to get up at 4 a.m. That was not the case. People did not have the habit of waking up at 4 a.m. So what these knockers would do, people used to pay them £1 a month back then. Today it would be what, 300-400 pounds, right? Or 30,000-40,000 rupee per month. People would pay such people to come to their window at 4 a.m. in the morning and knock on the window to wake them up. Right, that was a profession that used to exist. in the late 18th century and early 19th century, right? Does that profession exist anymore? No. Why? It became irrelevant when alarm clocks were invented, right? So there have been so many jobs or professions that have become irrelevant because of technology, and there are no so many jobs that will get created in the future. We are not very sure. So, for example, Lokesh pointed out I am related to digital marketing. My profession did not exist 20 years back. When I started my career as a digital marketer, the term digital marketing even did not exist. Right? We used to call it internet marketing. So what is important is for us to realize that, of course, things will change. We should not be afraid of technology. We should, of course, embrace it and try and make best use of it. Right? Uh, yes, and again, congratulate every one of you for joining today's session, taking this initiative to keep yourself updated, to upgrade yourself. I hope you have today's session. By the way, if any one of you have any question, feel free to write it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and I can unmute you. I hope I have the permission to unmute people. Yeah, I think I can unmute people. So if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand and I'll be happy to answer you. Okay. So a couple of things that I wanted to start off with, of course, is browser extensions. How many of us use browser extension on a regular basis? Can I have a raise of hands? Do we use any kind of browser extensions? No one. Okay, just one Hardik. Okay. Is Vivek around or has he left? I think Vivek has left. So only Hardik uses browser extensions. Hardik, I'm asking you to unmute. Please tell me which browser extensions do you use? Hardik, are you able to tell me? No? Okay, no problem.
I have asked them to unmute Hardik ji.
I have also asked him to, but I don't think so Hardik is willing to do that. Anyways, so browser extensions are basically, so our browsers, most of us, I'm hoping, use Chrome. Um, I use a Chrome-based browser called Brave. There are many Chrome browsers in the market that are Chrome-based. They take Chrome as their base and then they have modified it further. They have improved on it further. So I use a browser called Brave. It's called Chromium browser. It's Chrome-based browser, right? There are many such browsers in the market. If you're also using Edge, then please do remember every extension that I'm talking about here has the same extensions are also available on Edge. I'm not sure how many of us are using Firefox at this point in time. Okay, table extractor, very few. Priel uses some. Vishalji uses only PDF extension. Very good. Ad blocker. Yes, ad blocker is our favorite one, of course. Good. So let me start my presentation. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So the first one, I've been using it for 7, 8 years, donkey's years. It's one of the best tools that is available on the market. It's called Boomerang. Now, I hope all of us know what's a boomerang. Um, especially those who are from Bengal and who have read Feluda stories, they know boomerang. But those who are not from Bengal, we know, it's an Australian weapon of Australian origin, which you throw, and if it doesn't hit anything, it comes back to you. And that's what exactly this particular tool does. So let me show you what a boomerang does. Please don't mind my uh, inbox. Okay, so look at this, right? So this mail has come to me. Imagine that this is from a client. Okay. Now, I just saw this mail. Maybe this is something that I need to act upon tomorrow, right? So I can boomerang this. I'll click on this boomerang and I'll say boomerang this tomorrow morning. So once I click on it, it will automatically get archived and it will come back to my mail to my inbox as a new mail at maybe around 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in the morning. I can also set specific time. Suppose I step into office at 11 a.m. So I will write 11 a.m. here. This is of course showing 9th of August. Maybe I want this on 8th of August. So at Friday 11 a.m. it will come back to my inbox as a new mail, right? So it acts as a reminder. That's one thing. Secondly, what if this is a mail from a team member to a client or a client to a team member, right? Now a team, I've been marked as a, in the CC. Now I'm expecting my team member to respond to this mail maybe by 9 a.m. tomorrow or 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I can also boomerang this and apply a condition if no reply. So if there is no reply to this mail by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, it will come back to my inbox as a new mail, right? So this immediately helps me to figure out, okay, this is something that my team was supposed to respond to. They have not responded. The moment it comes back to my inbox, I am able to remember it. Now I can call up my teammate and I can tell them, boss, please go ahead and respond to that particular mail, right? That's one aspect of Boomerang. Now, the best feature of Boomerang is you can do this with your sent mails, right? So suppose I sent mail to someone. Suppose I sent a mail to myself. Hi, how are you doing? Right? Now I can boomerang this. Right? I can boomerang this if no reply. I can say that, okay, so it's just asking me to log in. Just give me 1 minute. Now I can say if there is no response, then please boomerang this to me by Monday morning. So 10:20, confirm. Right? I can put this and then I can click on send. So if I've sent a mail to you and it has not been responded to, this sent mail will come back as a fresh email in my inbox Monday morning. And I will be able to follow up with you that, boss, I was expecting a response to the mail. What happened? You have not responded or whatever. That kindly respond and things like that. So this is a very useful feature where a if I don't get response, most of the times when we send mail, we forget about it. So we don't have to, either we note it down, and in this case, we don't have to remember anything, right? The tool will remember it for us, right? Second, uh, if you have a time sensitive matter, right? This can be 4 a.m. tomorrow or 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, right? Suppose I'm sending a mail at 10 a.m. in the morning. I'm expecting a response by 3 p.m. by hook or by crook. So I can boomerang this to me by 3 p.m. So this will come back to me as a reminder, right? So this is a very, very useful tool. It helps us to manage our things better. As of now, Google has also started giving you this feature of send later, right? But Boomerang had this feature. Boomerang had this feature long back when Gmail did not have. So what I would do is I would always schedule my mails. I would always schedule my mails and send my mails at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. at night, right? For us, most of the chartered accountants, we have got complaints from our clients that we don't get paid on time, right? That's because after 6 p.m. we don't do most of any work most of the days. Maybe when there are deadlines, that's when we work. But what if you send a mail at 2 a.m. at night? Your client will think, boss, he's up and working for me at 2 a.m. at night, right? So you can also use the send later feature of Boomerang, but now it is of course there inbuilt in Google. I've got some chats. Tool name is Boomerang. I'll share this presentation with you guys. You will have the QR code there, and from there you'll be able to um, download the tool. Okay. I hope it's fine. Any questions so far? No. All good. Any questions regarding Boomerang? So that's it. That's all the feature that we need for Boomerang. There are a couple of other features we don't really need to know about them at right now. You can explore the advanced versions once you get used to the basic ones. Very simple reminder with a condition that if I sent a mail, if it has not been responded to, I'll get a reminder. Can we assign particular time automatically? Yes, of course. So I'll just show you again. So see, I want to send this mail at a particular time, right? So I can choose whatever time I wish to. Either I can choose this or I've got various other options here, right? I've got tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, in 2 days, in 4 days, right? In a month. And I can also add a note if I wish to. As of now, never mind. So I can just click on confirm and then I can send. So you see, it shows me the time when it will get boomerang and the condition. Is this extension have our Gmail access or it just works in background above? Not sure. No, it doesn't work in the background. You must have a Gmail account. It also works in Outlook. If you have any other email client, I don't think so. It works there. So yes, it will work with your Gmail account only. And as far as security is concerned, I've been using it for almost 10 years now. I've never had any security issue. So, you can very safely and easily use this tool. Seems it is only available, Akshat Doshiji, for Gmail. Is there any similar extension for Yahoo? I am not sure whether it is there for Yahoo or not. You will have to check it. I think it's been over 12 years since I logged into Yahoo. So please pardon me for that. I don't really know whether it works for Yahoo or not. Amul, is it safe to give access to our emails? Also, it is free or paid. So, Amulji, I just mentioned that I've been using it for 8, 9 years. I've never had any problem. So we don't have to worry about it, right? Uh, it has a freemium feature, as you just saw, that you can, if you want to add a note, you will have to uh, upgrade, right? So it has a freemium feature, of course. Kamlesh has shared a link. No, 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 this is not the one, Kamlesh. The link that you have shared is not the one. What you need to look for is Boomerang for Gmail. This one. Look for this icon. Look for this colorful icon and looks like a boomerang. Right? I hope this is useful. Can you see this on the screen? Yeah. Uh, 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 so snooze works in the same way. Yes. No, Avinaji, snooze is where you delay emails coming to your inbox for certain time so that it does not disturb you. Right. So if you're working on something very sensitive, time sensitive, something which requires your total attention. So you can snooze your inbox, which means that no mails will come to your inbox for the next 2 hours, for the next 1 hour, and you will not get distracted. It is something which is totally different to Boomerang. Yeah. Tosif Voraji has shared, that is correct. Will this tool work on Outlook as well? Yes, sir. There is a Outlook version that is available, right? So if you search on boomerangapp.com, if you go there, you'll see that there is an Outlook version, Boomerang for Outlook, right? So, so you can use it. Okay, moving on. One of my another very favorite tool, Grammarly. Right? If you can, um, Grammarly. Okay, I'll talk about Grammarly first. So Grammarly helps you to improve your writing. It helps. It gives you suggestions. It is not just It's not like that it checks for, sorry guys, just give me 1 minute. Sorry about that. So Grammarly not just checks for grammar and spelling errors that most of the browsers have got now inbuilt, but it gives you improvement of the language, right? You can you can give it targets that I want to make my text sound friendly or professional or casual. You can define the tone, you can define the method in which you want to write, and then once you write, it will give you suggestions of how you can improve the sentences, so it will improve the construction of sentences, right? See, writing email is something which is very important, that it should be written in a manner which is, and it's not just email, but any text that you write, see, when I'm talking to you, I can control my diction, I can control my voice, and I can express my feelings and emotions. But you can't do that with text, right? And hence, it is important to have a holdover text, what kind of things that you're writing and how others are perceiving it. So in that regard, you must have proper control over what you're writing. And in this context, Grammarly is literally a godsend gift. I used a paid version of Grammarly for almost 3 years. I've just given up on that. There are free alternatives that are available as well, but I still use the free version of um, Grammarly, right? Now, uh, I'll just show you an example of how it works. So, for example, if I have to draft a mail, right? Uh, Let me look for something. Okay, this is something that I will show you later on. As of now, please don't look at it. I'm just copying the text here. So I take the text from here and I put it here. See, immediately Grammarly is at work, right? So Grammarly did not find a lot of suggestions, improvement in suggestions, which is here, right? Suggestions will appear here, right? But the paid version of Grammarly would give me a far more options of how to improve on it, right? How I can refine the word, refine the text or sentences that I have written. Most of the times, how I used to use Grammarly earlier is I used to generate content from AI tools, or I would write my own content and I would have Grammarly go through it and give me suggestions, right? Now, most of the time, earlier at least, when you would generate content from ChatGPT or something, it was not, it did not appear to be human content, right? Or it did not appear to be humanized enough. It appeared very robotic, very monotonous. Grammarly would make it simpler, right? And that would humanize things, right? So in that regard, this is very useful tool, especially for professionals like chartered accountants. Our currency of trade is the knowledge that we possess. We are all professionals for no reason. Of course, we are called professional because of some particular reason, and hence our language should be displayed by that. Another problem that we face when it comes to language is we have been taught in Victorian era English, our education system. Now it is changing a little bit, but when I think most of us were growing up in 90s and 2000s, the language that we were taught in school was Victorian era English. Henceforth, thus, and all that. No one uses these words apart from Indians right now, right? Um, for example, when I wrote first mail to one of the times when I wrote a mail to my clients in US in 2007, they always used to reply back to me, why do you write in such complicated English? Why can't you write simpler English? Right? So for us Indians, because we have been taught in a particular way, we think that using difficult words, instead of saying please give me water or can you please give me some water, we tell them give me a glass of water, right? So so we are used to speaking in a complicated language, which is not very normal nowadays. Hence, Grammarly also helps us to humanize our text and make it less wordy to the point. Right? I hope no questions so far. Okay, Mangala ji has a question. Won't ChatGPT do it also? I have a very big problem with the paid versions, or sorry, the free versions of any GPT model that you have, right? Once you use the free versions of any GPT, and sorry, once you've used the paid version, and then you go back to the free version, you will not be able to speak to it because it will appear to be very stupid, right? So I don't have a lot of confidence in the free versions of any of the GPT models that you have. If you have a paid version, you can definitely, that will work for you, but it needs to pick up your language. That takes some time. So for example, AI Studio, I use AI Studio. Now, when I used to use it initially, AI Studio, the language which it gave me used to be very poor. Now, after 2, 3 months of extensive usage of AI Studio, now it is able to pick up my language, and it is in the first instance, it gives me content that is more relevant for me, right? So, or that sounds more like me. So that has been a very useful feature. So ChatGPT, as of now, I don't think so it can do it. Maybe eventually, these models are developing at such fast pace. I think GPT-5 is being launched, is going to be launched today. There's a lot of hula about, about its capabilities. So, hopefully in future it will be able to do it, but not right now. AI is also there in Gmail, in WTS. It is there, not used as extensively. You Maybe in future I'll use it. Right, I hope no other questions. Grammarly, again, like I said, absolute wonderful tool to use. The next one is iorad. Iorad is again a very useful tool that I use quite extensively to create manuals, uh, to create step-by-step manuals for simple things that I can then share with my team or with my client, right? So, for example, how to log into a website. Uh, Suppose if my team has developed a WordPress website and they want to tell the client how they can log into WordPress and they can access various sections of their website. So I would have them create a manual using iorad, right? Uh, Let me show you a video of how exactly it works. So this is this is the plugin, right? And this is how you can use it. It's a very small video, but it will give you an idea as to the capabilities of the tool.
We know the feeling. It's brutal. iorad's fast. Like world record fast. Too good to be true? Check this out. We're going to create a tutorial on how to change your Gmail password. On your mark, get set, go. Let's go through the steps as if the learner were sitting right next to us. iorad captures and identifies every action automatically. You can pretty much edit everything on your screen. But we've got a race to win. Record time. In just 17 seconds, we made an interactive guide for our team. Oh, and it caters to a bunch of different learning styles too. Stop wasting hours copy-pasting screenshots. Get started for free today.
So iorad is a wonderful tool that you can use to create SOPs for your organization, right? SOPs or standard operating procedure is something which is very, very useful for any organization. Avinashi, Tango can also do it for preparing tutorial. Yes, so iorad is not a very unique tool. There are many other tools in the market that can do it. I have been using iorad and hence I'm able to recommend it to you. There were a couple of others that I have used in the past. Don't recall the name right now, but it's a good tool to use. Now, one of the things that we must always remember, and I hope you guys will agree with me on this. So, without any disrespect to anyone, right? Um, You know, a bus driver works for 12, 13 hours, 14 hours, maybe even more than that in a day, right? So does the top-notch CEOs of corporate India, right? They also do hard work for 12 hours, 13 hours, maybe even less. Some of them may work less, right? But then the compensation which they get is massively different, right? There's a massive gap between the compensation. Why is that? Everyone is putting in the hard work. Since childhood, we have been told that please do hard work and hard work will get rewarded, right? What about the rickshaw puller in your city? He is also working hard, that too in smeltering heat, but he's not getting rewarded or not getting rewarded enough, right? So where should that hard work be? For every successful businessman, the hard work they put is not doing things themselves, but they put the hard work in creating SOPs. If you are able to set up processes, if you are able to establish protocols, and if you are able to ensure that your team adopts it, you will become successful. Right? So the hard work that you put in should be directed towards creating processes, and SOPs are one such process. So something as simple as how do I change the DSC um, in an income tax portal? Chartered accountants will be able to identify with me. You know, that should be, instead of you telling it to people all the time, you should create a manual and share it with them, right? Instead of telling your clients over phone, okay, how you should log into your account and how you should share this information with me, you should create a manual and then share it with the clients, right? So focus on creating SOPs. Once you create SOPs, it will work wonders for you, right? भगवान ने हमको दो हाथ दिए, 24 घंटा दिए. We can't do more work beyond that. But the work that we can do is if we can build a team and make sure that the team is able to put in their hard work and we are able to work towards a common goal. But how do you do that? Right? You don't want two horses pulling the same cart in different directions. That cart will go nowhere. Right? Now, classic example, and hence these companies are successful: McDonald's, Pizza Hut, um, any successful restaurant chain that you take. So McDonald's, if you have McDonald's in Delhi and if you have McDonald's in Guwahati or if you have McDonald's in Chennai, the burger will taste the same everywhere. How is that? Right? The French fries will also look of the same size. It's not like French fries of South are smaller and French fries of Guwahati has a different color or the French fries of Delhi is different. It's all the same. And it's the same across the globe. But of course, they customize their menu based on country. They can't offer the actual burger that they offer in US and India, right? But the point is that how are they able to do it? It's different people cooking it, and in fact, totally different procurement sources. Yet it all tastes the same. That is because of strong SOPs. Similarly, we should be able to implement strong SOPs in our businesses. Once you're able to do it, things will become very, very easy. And your hard work, A, should not be catering towards, okay, that let me do it myself. No, that's a wrong way of approaching it. You should enable people to do their stuff better. And that is something that you can achieve through SOPs. Right, so I've got some questions here. iorad, yes. Thanks. Is there any same tool for desktop-based apps or software? I'm sure there is, Vaibhav. We will have to look at it. You can simply ask GPT boss. It will be able to guide you. You can use it, of course. What's the output of iorad? You can get it in a PDF document. You can get it in video format as well. So two output, and you can also get it in PPT. So, but I primarily use it either in video or PDF format, right? iorad can be used to have SOPs. Kanchanji, yes, correct. Win, please explain use case. Difficult for me to explain use case right now. Uh, but I encourage you to please try it out. And if you get stuck anywhere, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay. Moving on. Another very, very useful tool that I've been using for over 10 years now is Awesome Screenshot, right? The name is called Awesome Screenshot. This is what it looks like. You will see this camera icon. This is what Awesome Screenshot is. It is a very good tool. So for example, this website, this is a long website. Now, if I have to take a screenshot, I can take a screenshot only of a part of the website, right? But what if I want to take a screenshot of the entire website? I can do that with Awesome Screenshot. See, once I click on Awesome Screenshot, please look at this icon. The name is Awesome Screenshot, right? So I've got three options. I can either do visible part, I can do full page, or I can do selected area, right? There is also an option for me to visible part after a delay of 3 seconds. 3 seconds is default, right? So suppose if you want to do a mouse over and wait and want for the drop down to come, so you can do that very easily, right? Now look at this. If I click on full page, it will capture the entire page, right? This is something which is difficult, but something which took us a long time to do in the past. It has got me that in 10 seconds, literally, not even 10 seconds, couple of seconds. Now I can download this in various formats, right? I've got a PNG option. I can download it as an image. I can also download this as PDF, right? Look, for recording screen of your desktop, can use OBS app. It is a screen recorder sort of thing, output in video format for write-ups of Wikipedia. Yeah. OBS is, again, none of these are very unique tools, right? But then these are tools that I've been using for a long time, and I'm very happy, and I continue to use them till this date, right? Similarly, you can also record the screen using Awesome Screenshot as well, right? So, like I said, Awesome Screenshot has got 3, 4 options here. So I can select the visible part. I can also select the full page. I can have the selected part only. So suppose if I want to take a screenshot of only this part, I can take this. Now, most important feature here is the annotation. See, I've got the screenshot. Once I click on this back button, I can edit it, right? So if I want to highlight something, I can do that, right? If I want to write instructions, please change the color of that text. Suppose if I'm giving this instruction to my website developer, right? This has made things very easy for me. One of the most, uh, you know, difficult things that we have to do is once we have made a payment to a client or to a vendor, sorry, we want to share a screenshot कि देख भाई तुम्हारा पेमेंट कर दिया है, उसमें साथ में हमारा बैंक बैलेंस भी चला जाता है. So what you can do is you can use this tool and you can blur out information, right? So I can blur out. अभी हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We take a pen kind of an app और हम लोग ऐसे ऐसे करके उसको मिटाते हैं, right? So instead of doing that, we can now use blur app, right? So blur is of course far more effective. I can simply blur it out. So in fact, if you're sharing something with someone and you have a sensitive information, not just bank balance, anything else, maybe a login ID password, you can very easily do this here. So that is one aspect of Awesome Screenshot. Another aspect of Awesome Screenshot is record. You can record the screen. So you look at this, you have got this option. You can record the screen. You can record either the entire desktop. You can record only the camera, this tab, or whatever. You can turn on the camera, turn on the mic. And one of the most important thing is, so, okay, this is the free version. So I can have my video size is limited or length is limited to 5 minutes. I can't record any videos more than that, beyond 5 minutes. If you want to have video more than that, you will either have to go for the paid version or you have to have multiple videos recorded. The most interesting feature here is that once you have done the recording, it gives you an option to share it with the customer or to share it with someone. See, it does the same with here as well. So upload to get a shareable link. So what it does is it gives you a shareable link. So you don't have to upload the video anywhere, either to your Chrome or Google Drive or YouTube or wherever, or you don't have to send the video file. You get a simple shareable link and you can then share it with the clients or whosoever you wish to, right? So look at this. I've got some recordings. I generally use awesome screenshot to provide feedback to my clients, right? So look at this. This is to my team members. So look at the feedback that I have provided. I'll just show it to you. I'll just play one video. So, okay, let me show you this video and then I can discuss some use case scenarios for you, right?
अच्छा, ओवरऑल दे आर ओके विद द वेबसाइट। एक दो चीज जो चेंजेस करना है, ये लोगों का बैकग्राउंड हटाना पड़ेगा। दूसरा है ये डिजाइन यहाँ रहने दें, टेक्स्ट को इसके बगल में लेके चले जाते हैं।
So see, it has become so simple. My instructions are becoming so simple, right? Now you can give your instructions, you can annotate the screen, you can highlight stuff.
फिर तो इसको डिलीट कर देना हमको यहाँ पर। अच्छा, और ये इमेज अपडेट करना, दिस इमेज आई विल शेयर विथ यू।
Right, so two, three things that happens by recording feedback and then sharing with the team. First, it saves you massive amount of time. If I would have got into a call and explained this to my developer or designer, it would have taken me half an hour. But in this case, I was able to do it in 3 minutes in a 3-minute video. Right? Okay, that's one. Second, हमारे साथ कितना बार हुआ है कि हमने आधी घंटा बैठ के फीडबैक दिया है लोगों को और फिर उन्होंने कुछ नोट्स लिया है और जब वो वापस आए हैं या तो इसमें कुछ गलती रह गई है और दे हैव कम बैक टू अस आफ्टर कपल ऑफ आवर्स कि सर ये पॉइंट भूल गया, ये समझ में नहीं आया, एक बार फिर से एक्सप्लेन कीजिए, राइट? सो रिकॉर्डिंग अ वीडियो एंड शेयरिंग इट विद देम absolutely removes the their excuse or the hurdle of them not understanding things, right? So for example, this particular video which I shared with the developer came back to me and told me, sir समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। मैं बोला क्या नहीं समझ में आ रहा है? तो वो बोला कि सर ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। मैंने उससे पूछा स्पेसिफिकली बताइए क्या नहीं समझ में आ रहा है। तो बोला कि अच्छा इसको टेक्स्ट को यहाँ से उठा के यहाँ पर रखना है क्या? मैं बोला इसमें क्या नहीं समझ में आया आपको? बोला नहीं समझ में आ गया, एक बार कंफर्म करना था। मैं बोला व्हाट इज दिस? नाउ दैट डेवलपर, अगर मैं उसको बोलता हूँ कि यार एक बार please get into a Zoom call or a Google Meet with me, I will share my feedback. She tells me ki boss, I don't have time, please record a video and share it with me. Now for us chartered, for most of the chartered accountants here and those who are there in the in other professions, so for example, I was there in the office of my of one of my CA friends, a week back. They spent 2 hours reviewing a balance sheet with an article assistant of theirs. 2 hours. I'm sure Vivek also does that. I told him, boss, why do you have to spend 2 hours with him, with your article assistant reading the balance sheet? You could have just recorded could have recorded a 15-minute video, maybe on Zoom, maybe on OBS. There are so many tools out there. Simply record it and then share it with others. Share it with the team. Two things: saves you massive amount of time. B, like I said, their power of retention goes up because even if they forget something, they have got this video to fall back upon. Third, you are giving this feedback to only one person, right? But the same feedback is applicable to your entire team. So if you share that video with the entire team, you're saving so much time for yourself because then you don't have to go and tell everyone individually कि boss ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, right? Fourth, now after you create such a video, you will know that, okay, while preparing balance sheet, these are the kind of problems that people face or my article assistants face. And hence, then you can use tools like iorad to create your SOPs. That, okay, while you are creating your balance sheet, please look at these things, right? So something as simple as, for example, balance sheet में कहीं पर था, whether a charge has been created or removed by the bank. तो उसने बोला कि ये पता नहीं कहाँ से चेक करेंगे। तो हमको भैया ROC के साइट पे जाके देखना है मास्टर डेटा में whether charge is created or not, right? I don't have to explain this to her, right? I can simply create a checklist or a SOP of how to check whether a charge has been created for a company or not, right? And beauty of it is that you can just put it in an intranet so that in future, whenever people come, they will simply look at those checklists or look at those SOPs and do their work. So you are also becoming person agnostic at this stage, right? So if someone leaves you, for example, tomorrow, you're not dependent on the person, you're dependent on the process. You can replace the person with, because if the process is set, it is easier for them to follow it, right? Lokesh bhai, am I running late? Do I need to rush a little?
No, yes, little bit. If you have some more content, sir, I will just say don't stop.
Um, there are a couple of things which I wanted to show. ठीक है, अब मैं मेन कोर्स से जंप कर जाता हूँ. मैं दो तीन एक्स्ट्रा चीज दिखाता हूँ आपको. ये हमारा पुचका, राइट? जो बाकी जो ईस्ट से नहीं है, जो विदाउट, जो आउटसाइड, जो अदर रीजन से, गोलगप्पे और पानी पूरी, राइट? ना हम लोग जब भी गोलगप्पा या पानी पूरी खाते हैं, जो मेन आइटम है उसमें हम लोग को बहुत हम उसमें बहुत नुस्खा निकालते हैं, भैया ये नहीं है, भैया वो नहीं है. लेकिन जो वो लास्ट में एक्स्ट्रा पुचका देता है ना, उसमें हम लोग कभी गलती नहीं निकालते, वो हमको हमेशा अच्छा लगता है. तो ये मेरा लास्ट का एक्स्ट्रा पुचका है. अब वो पहले मैंने आपको पांच छह पुचका मेन आइटम दे दिया, उसमें आपको नमक ऊपर नीचे लगा होगा, खट्टा ऊपर नीचे लगा होगा, अलग बात है. अब ये एक्स्ट्रा पुचका एक्स्ट्रा दे रहा हूँ, ये तो आपको पसंद आएगा. ठीक है. सम वेरी गुड tools. One of the best tools that I use is a tool called Crisp, KRISP. Crisp क्या करता है? Crisp सॉफ्टवेयर है जो आपको अपने डेस्कटॉप पे डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा. Crisp will upgrade the quality of voice in your mic. So at the time of recording, if you just turn on Crisp, it will upgrade the quality of your voice. A, it will reduce the background noise massively. B, it will also make your voice slightly more heavier, HD, लगेगा अच्छा voice. So my voice is now sounding different, but the voice that you saw in the video was slightly different. Why? Because I was using Crisp, right? Crisp again is a freemium tool. Up to 90 minutes every week you can record for free. Beyond that, you will have to purchase it. But even if you purchase it, it's absolutely worth it. It's a very good tool, especially if you're wanting to create videos, do live sessions, want to have podcasts. You can use Crisp. You need to have a mic. But क्या है, अभी हम लोग 800-900 रुपए का माइक खरीद सकते हैं. You can either go for a 30,000 mic, or you can go for 800, 1600, 2000 ka mic and go for a cheap software like Crisp. It will do the same thing for you. Second, dictionary by Google, right? So suppose if I go on any website, right? Let me go here only. Suppose I don't know the meaning of automatically. I'll double click on it. It is not, oh, okay, I don't have like, I have this. Yeah. So it should give me definitions. I don't know why it's not giving me here. Let me go on any other website. Let me go on ndtv.com. Oh my God, what happened? Kapil Sharma का फिर से हो गया problem. Gunshots. So look at this. I double clicked on this. It is giving me the definition. More than the definition, it is giving me how to pronounce.
Gunshot.
Right? It is telling me how to pronounce this, right? So whether it is cafe or cafe, let's resolve it all for once, right?
Cafe.
It's cafe, right? So it is important for us to, of course, improve on our pronunciation, and this tool not just helps us with the definition, but also with the pronunciation as well. Natural Reader, very good tool, paid, again, part paid, part free. What you can do is you can take an article, put it there. You don't have, there is a browser plug extension available as well. So what you can do is you can listen to articles instead of reading them, right? And listening is far more effective than reading, right? So, you read something, you may retain half of it, but if you listen to something, chances of you retaining it is far more higher. That's why podcasts are more popular than reading those podcasts or reading interviews, right? When was the last time you read an interview? But when was the last time when you listened to a podcast, right? So, and again, prompt hackers, it's a very good, useful tool through which you can get a lot of useful prompts. Couple of things that I wanted to show very quickly. So for example, this is one of my builds. I always had to write this, whatever is the bill amount I wanted, I had to write this manually. I wanted to automate this, right? So look at this. I was able to create this function, right? How I was able to create it? Very easily using AI Studio. Look at this. Of course, the first output was not right. So I had to work on it. I had to refine it, right? So this was my initial prompt. The formula for converting number into numerical in written text. So it gave me something, and then it gave me something more. Thanks, but I don't need it in millions. I need it in Indian numbers, right? Also, 65 is written as 6050 in the deployment. Please recheck and correct it. So then it corrected it, and then it gave me how I can go ahead and implement it. So look at this, open your sheet, go to extensions, app scripts, right? So I went to my sheet, I went to extensions, I went to app script, right? And there I was able to add the script. It gave me very clear instruction, right? That corrected, improved. So I just copy pasted this, right? And this was the formula for me, right? I used that and implemented that formula and it worked well. So, so thanks, this worked. Please treat AI with caution. Future में हमारा guru बनेगा. They will become our masters. So please tell them thanks, thank you, and things like that. Only change I want is only to be written at the end, right? So then it gave me this prompt again. I want to app script, copy and pasted this, then copy and pasted this formula here. And there you go. So if I change this, so mine this is dependent on quantity and rate, and the rest of it changes automatically. So if I make this 10,000, see, all of it will change automatically, right? 4,07,660 only. And so I was able to do this. By the way, this was the first time I had used AppScript. So it is something which is technology is again an enabler. It is making things life very easy for us. You can do this very easily yourself. Wherever you get stuck, please use any of the tools that you like, and it will help you to achieve those goals. I guess that's it from my end. No more puchkas or free puchkas left. I don't know if there are questions. I think there is. Please share the PPT. Yes, sir. Don't worry about PPT. Yes, I am. Text reader allows unlimited. Again, freemium. So some part of it is paid, is free. Then, of course, if you want to use it extensively, you'll have to go for the paid one. By the way, one of the things which I wanted to add is ये जितने भी टूल्स मैंने दिखाए हैं, अगर हम लोग इसका पेड वर्जन इंक्लूडिंग ग्रामरली एंड एवरीथिंग, अगर हम उसका पेड वर्जन लेंगे तो साल भर में वी विल प्रॉब्ली एंड अप स्पेंडिंग 60-70,000. दैट्स अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, राइट? 60-70,000 लॉट ऑफ मनी. आज के दिन में अगर आप एक बंदा को हायर करेंगे, डिसेंट बंदा, मिनिमम से मिनिमम कितना सैलरी देंगे? 12,000, 15,000, लेट्स अज्यूम 10,000. थोड़ा सा डेस्परेट है, आप भी थोड़ा सा, आपका भी अंदर का वो विलन जाग गया. मदर इंडिया का जो विलन था ठाकुर, यू आर मेकिंग यूज ऑफ समवन हु इज इन नीड. आप बोला बॉस 10,000 देगा, काम करना है तो करो. उसको आप साल भर में कितना देंगे? 1,20,000 रुपया देंगे. यहाँ पर यू आर पेइंग 50 and you are getting way more than what you would have got by hiring one person. Yet we prefer hiring one person. Why? Because वो सुबह सुबह हम जब ऑफिस जाएंगे तो वो बोलेगा सर गुड मॉर्निंग, मैडम गुड मॉर्निंग, तो हमारा ईगो स्टोक होता है, राइट? So my simple request is please don't always look for free solutions. Please go for the paid ones. You will be better served if you have paid versions. Yeah. Only thing, yes, AI tools will not stoke your ego and will not tell you good morning, sir, good night, sir, and all that stuff. Yes, that's it. Lokesh ji, that's it from my end.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
everyone for the
Sab dil
kind
mange
words.
more.
Thank
Anyways,
you.
anyone having doubts, if we have missed out in the chats, there is something text reader allows unlimited.
No, like I
Let
said,
me
free. premium
do
model.
one thing, sir. 1 minute. We will do unmute yourself. Okay, first of all.
Acha,
1
before
minute,
that,
just 1 minute.
Lokesh ji, I don't know whether you know Vivek here. Vivek here is also a very dynamic speaker, a very popular, well-known
Yes, sir.
face
अरे
in the
sir.
scene. Yes.
सब
So,
लाइन में है सर, 1 by 1. I have already messaged विवेक भी also.
अगर अगर विवेक जी का मूड होता तो वो हमारे प्रोफेशन के बहुत बड़े नेता होते, बट वो नहीं नेता बनना चाह रहे. अदरवाइज ही इज अ वेरी पॉपुलर मैन एंड वेरी यंग
डेफिनेटली
ऑफ
सर,
कोर्स.
मेरा मैसेज पहले ही जा चुका है सर, कोई बचेगा नहीं. सॉरी. तो
नहीं, बट
एनीवन
वी
हैविंग
नीड.
डाउट यू कैन अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ.
राहुल भाई, पुचका से जो फॉर्म में मिलता है उससे मन नहीं भरा, तो और कुछ पुचका होगा तो दीजिए, हम लोग वेट कर रहे हैं. And really grateful because there are lots and lots of small things which we forget, and rightly said, people says that Vivek, whoever talks about these tools कि ये 2,000 रुपया लग रहा है महीना का, साल का विवेक 24,000 रुपया लग रहा है. And if we start using it, the time which we save is tremendous. So I think we should all start investing. I'm not saying buy everything in one go. Start
Yeah.
using it. Start using
it
freedom, and then go for premium if you feel the worth. Because if you can buy a phone, but if you don't use it completely, so I have a basic phone, call aayega jayega. But if you start using it and you feel the actual benefit, you should go for it. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Couple of things I'll add more to it, Vivek. So it's not just about saving time. It is about quality. So it improves our quality, productivity, right? And it also improves our overall coordination, right? So ये जितना भी tools मैंने आपको दिखाया ना, मैं इसको actually daily basis पे use करता हूँ, and it's not difficult, right? Of course, it is slightly complicated to look at one go, but I've not picked up these tools in one day. आस्ते आस्ते करके आप पिकअप कीजिए. अच्छा, अब जब पैसा खर्चा करवाया है तो दो जगह पैसा बचवा देते हैं आपको. तो तो और एक्स्ट्रा पूछ का, हाँ, दो तो विवेक. सो आई यूज AI स्टूडियो एक्सटेंसिवली, राइट? AI स्टूडियो, गूगल का जो AI स्टूडियो है, आई डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली व्हाट्स द प्ले हियर, but in AI studio you can get the paid version of Gemini free of cost. So look at this. This is Gemini Pro. This is the latest version of Gemini Pro. And AI Studio is free of cost. So I have stopped my paid subscription for Gemini. I've gone ahead with this. Abhi Airtel ke sath free mila tha Perplexity, so I've used Perplexity. Although as of now, I think AI Studio understands me better. So I think I will propose to AI Studio and not to Perplexity as of now. So एक जगह आपको वो पैसा बचा है. You can get the paid version of Gemini. Gemini is at this point in time, in my eyes, is one of the better paid GPT models that is going around. So you can use Gemini Pro for free, right? First, second, you can let go of your, unless and until you want OneDrive backup, that is available at $1,500. Otherwise, you can let go of your Office. Again, if you don't use Excel extensively, if you use it, you can buy it for a couple of systems. But for the rest, you can let go of your Office subscription. That will save you 5,000-6,000 per annum. You can very easily go for Google Workspace. So this PPT is made in Google Workspace, right? This Excel is made in Google Workspace. And all the formulas, everything is there, right? Google also has a Word document, which is again wonderful. I don't remember when was the last time I worked in Google, in Microsoft Word, because I use Google Docs only. There are lots of advantages of using Google Docs and Google Workspace is you can share it with people, right? So you can do collaborative working, right? You have also got massive version control. So I can see who has made, right? So I've got massive version controls. So if someone has deleted something, I can restore the version immediately. So collaborative working and version controls. So 24 plus 6, 30,000 रुपये बचा दिया आप लोग का. Unless and until, like I said, you are an extensive user of Excel. Otherwise, PowerPoint, Word, you don't need the paid version of it. You can simply go to your Gmail account and do it on Google Documents.
Okay. Okay, anyone having any more doubts? No? Okay. Any doubts if we have missed let me check sir once. App script got triggered on edit event. ये text reader allows unlimited. ये क्या चीज है वैभव जी? You can
नहीं, वो
unmute
जो
yourself.
टेक्स्ट रीडर वाला, वो जो मैंने बताया था ना, जो
Sir,
जिसको,
sir already have taken that query.
हाँ,
I just raised the one another query that was regarding the Google App Script. Sir, the Google App Script that you have designed was working on edit trigger that is available in App Script, or you are having some automatic trigger on time basis.
नहीं, मैंने इसको सिंपली डिप्लॉय कर दिया, राइट। और मैंने, और कुछ, ये जो आपने पूछा ना, ये मैंने ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया वहां पर कि ऑन ट्रिगर करना या क्या करना। मैंने सिंपली इसको कॉपी पेस्ट, आई फॉलो दिस इंस्ट्रक्शन विच वाज देयर। बड़ा सिंपली मैंने ये इंस्ट्रक्शन को फॉलो किया, एंड दैट इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट माय पॉइंट इज कि अ नॉन टेक पर्सन लाइक मी इज एबल टू डू इट, राइट। तो आप ये देख लीजिए, मैंने इसको यहाँ पर ऐसे कॉपी पेस्ट किया, कंप्लीट वर्जन, द फाइनल कोड विथ ओनली, एंड देन यहाँ पर जाके ये सब जो है ये मैंने डाल दिया, व्हाट हैज चेंज्ड, ये सब तो मेरे को मतलब नहीं था। और जाके मैंने वहां पर ये जो कोड है, ये कोड, अपना जो फॉर्मूला है वो फॉर्मूला डाला, दैट्स इट।
Okay, so I think you not have set the auto trigger on edit of
नहीं,
anything
मेरा तो,
in the
देखिए मैंने
sheet.
यहाँ पर अमाउंट, मैंने यहाँ पर अमाउंट चेंज किया तो अभी
फॉर्मूला
चेंज
है
हो
ना.
गया ना। देखिए मैं यहाँ पर अगर दूसरा अमाउंट डालता हूँ, सपोज इफ आई पुट इन 12,000, सी इट इज गेटिंग ट्रिगर्ड।
So it's basically something like, sir, on edit work, but it is managed by the your phone code only, I think.
बट इट इज, या
Because
इट इज मैनेज्ड बाय द कोड ओनली, यस।
yeah, okay. Thank you.
देयर
And
यू गो।
session was too good, sir.
थैंक यू सो मच।
Okay, anyone having any more doubt before we wind up? Once again, I am in the chats. You can unmute yourself.
Sir, excellently explained. Thank you. Even for non-CAs like us, we understood everything.
थैंक यू मंगला जी।
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. So
Uh,
we have been, using one or two of them, and the rest was, like cherry on the cake. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you everyone for the kind words in the chat.
Okay. So I think
KRC,
nobody has any
Divyanshi,
more
thank you.
doubts.
No. अरे इतना अच्छा एक्सप्लेन किया तो डाउट कहाँ से आएंगे?
ठीक है.
It's
Thank
it's
you.
time we reflect ourselves.
Yes, definitely. We must go and use at least 2 to 3 of them at least immediately,
Yes.
so that the matlab, vision is successful, that we are
Yes.
actually implementing it.
Yes, and we should thank sir, but don't use boomerang. नहीं तो boomerang, he'll send you boomerang.
Okay.
Okay,
So
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
thank you so much, Rahul Bhaiya. Thank you so much. Firstly,
Thank you,
again, I
Lokesh
am
bhai,
very
for the
much
wonderful
happy that
opportunity
you
and
have
for
accepted
inviting
our
me.
invitation.
No,
And
thank you to you for inviting me on your platform. Wonderful.
sir, thank you. It was really very nice. At least all of them, like definitely at least 2, 3, 4 of them, we are going to use it. Okay.
Absolutely.
And thank
Thank
you all
you.
the participants for your interaction and everything. We learned a lot from each other. Thank you so much. We'll wind up. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
anybody who wants to connect with Rahulji, I am sending the link for their LinkedIn ID in the group.
Give us the recording.
Yes, recording definitely it will go in the
Yeah.
coming week.
Yeah. Thank
Lokesh bhai,
you.
I'm sharing the PPT with you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so much.
everyone. Good night. Thank you once again.